North and South by Jamie Middleton, Brianna Vanderpool, Kiara Scott, and Faith Ralph.
In 1804, every North state legislator eliminated slavery, but the South refused to give up their slavery. By 1840, nearly 2.5 million enslaved people lived in the South. In 1831, William Lloyd Garrison founded a Boston anti-slavery newspaper. Garrison demanded immediate freeing of all enslaved persons. 1833, Garrison founded the Anti-Slavery Society. By 1840, there was 1,500 members, both white and African Americans, in the society. People including Eli Lovejoy, Horace Greeley, Wendell Phillips, and Frederick Douglass. Douglass supported this anti-slavery movement. Many anti-slavery supporters became conductors on the Underground Railroad, including Harriet Tubman. She became the most famous conductor in the Underground Railroad. She fled from slavery in 1849, but returned to the South 19 times to help more than 300 slaves escape. Slaveholders wanted her dead or alive. Anyone that captured her would receive a $40,000 reward, but she was never captured. Yet in 1836, due to the South's argument to leave the Union, a law was passed to put away all anti-slavery movements. During the beginning to the start of the Industrial Revolution, Eli Whitney created the cotton gin. The cotton gin was invented to produce more cotton quicker. This picked out the seeds and only left the soft, fluffy material. By 1850, planters produced more than 2 million bales of cotton. By 1860, 50% of all exports from the United States was cotton. Cotton became the most planted crop, and increasing demand became regular. Cotton also grew very easily in the South because its hot temperatures and thick, rich black soil. Tobacco also grew in the South, but was not demanded as much as cotton. Slaves by 1860 cost an average of $1,500. 4 million slaves worked/lived in southern plantations by 1860. But not all enslaved persons worked in the fields. Some worked as a blacksmith or worked in the big house, as they called it. The slaves, however, were watched by overseers. If the overseer wanted his slave to work faster, they would whip him. This whip was usually made of raw whip or a cowhide. Slaves were given only 2 things: song and dance, and a small garden. Their small garden produced all of their vegetables due to the fact that the owners would not pay for the food for them. Slaves were given rotten or scrap meat left over from the big house. Song and dance was a way for the slaves to code information such as escape routes, like the foul, the drinking gourd. Slaves could not own guns, own property, marry, strike a white person, buy or sell goods, or leave the plantation. Slaves could not also be taught to read or write, and could not stand in a court or testify against a white person. The United States Industrial Revolution did not start until the 1800s, unlike Great Britain's in the middle of the 1700s. James Harrison, Richard Arkwright, Edmund Cartwright, Eli Whitney, James Watts, and Oliver Evans all contributed to the Industrial Revolution, created things like the spinning jenny, water frame, steam-powered loom, cotton gin, steam engine, and the first high-pressure steam engine. The textile industry did boom very big due to the massive cotton production from the cotton gin. Before the Industrial Revolution, the U.S. mainly produced cotton, lumber, iron, and wheat. Because of major factories, booming population increased tremendously. In 1810, about 90% of Americans lived on farms. New York City ranked as the United States' largest city in 1810. Its population went from 96,000 to 203,000. Housing became overcrowded with factories, cities became rundown and unhealthy. Crime became regular and an issue. Pollution such as human waste, corpse, factory smoke, polluted cities, human waste ran down streets, flooding paths, corpse of dead animals rotted in streets, flies and maggots covering them. Far into the Industrial Revolution, Eli Whitney not only created the cotton gin but interchangeable parts. The president feared Great Britain, wanted war, and needed guns. Lots of them. Eli's skills were put to the test, but he created something no other person thought, parts that could be changed. But errors did occur, but soon fixed. The war with Great Britain never did occur, but a new life-changing invention discovered along the way.